First off, man, tell me, doing this solo gig, I've seen you with the full band with Pepper for a long time down here. Boca, you got some of your boys coming together from other bands.
For sure.
What's the vibe been like so far?
The vibe is just absolutely wild and fresh, and it's kind of like, how can I put it? It's the Bad Habits, man. They're just badass players from, like you mentioned, a bunch of other bands. But they're also, a lot of people don't know, is the Bad Habits actually, like, these guys are incredible studio musicians, and they work at Conatown recording a lot. They did a lot of the Pepper records, featured on the Stick Figure record we just did together, working with Ian Young, working with Fortunate Youth, working with Hyrie, working with a lot of Law Records bands. So these guys are actually, you're hearing their music, you just didn't know it. So,
and it's definitely, you still got that, I guess, like the same energy, but maybe a little bit more mellow, but it's that same energy. It's still your voice, I mean.
Still is. Still not phoning it in.
Yeah.
Still willing to make mistakes, yeah. So just out here, we wrote a lot of music this last year. Again, a lot with these guys who are super talented, and a lot of other great songwriters, and wrote so much music that it was like, when we're done with the Pepper record, now we got to do more. Got asked to write some music for the upcoming, there's a script going around Hollywood, I think Universal has it, for 40 Ounces of Freedom. Obviously a Sublime movie. I was really honored to be asked to kind of write, put some music out there for that, and that kind of got the ball rolling and just going into that kind of live feel of music again. So.
And did I hear correctly, you also had something plugged for Criminal Minds?
We did, absolutely. That got picked up as the record came out. People were.
Yeah, I mean, that was relatively quick.
You know what? Good music travels fast, and we just kind of put it out there, just understated. We didn't do a big push. We put it out on our own label, Law Records, of course. And but the difference is we kind of put it out there, and then we decided to get on the road and play some shows. So this last week of shows right here that we're kind of finishing up in Florida is going to end up being right around like 50, in between 50 and 60 shows for the year, and that's crazy because that's just solo stuff. That's almost as many shows as we played with Pepper this year, so it's pretty crazy. So just putting it out there, the music and doing it, it's been fun. We played literally all kind of four corners, everything but the Midwest so far. Isn't that crazy?
Where the hell is your downtown, man?
Hey, you tell me, where is my downtown?
But, so, could you ever see, I mean, intermixing, I mean, a Pepper show with Bret Bollinger?
Already did it in the great state of Florida.
Oh, yeah?
At a little venue, a little concert, a little festival called Reggae Rise Up in St. Pete. You ever heard of it?
Of course. Okay,
yeah, so in the was it this year?
Was it just to happen?
I think 2019 in March. We did the old Bad Habits on one stage, run back, change my wet panties, watch the Bad Habits get absolutely torn up with all our Stick Figure boys and Pepper boys, and I'm sweating balls because I got to go do my second set now.
But you're going to do something like that again? That's not a one-time deal?
No, I don't think so. Where there's people, and this genre's as small a genre as there is. There's one of the smallest genres in all of music, but it's got the best fans. So that's the whole reason we're able to do all these festivals. That's the reason you see, bands like us pop up. 20 years ago, that's why you see, 10 years ago Revolution, now Stick Figure, and on and on and on and on. So.
How does it feel too? Because so many bands have that tendency, somebody does something solo and people are freaked out, oh my God, is that the end of the band? But I mean, this is Law Records, this is family. I mean,
it's hard to get afraid of that. For Pepper, we're the only original band that's still together, really. Everyone else has lost members, replaced some members. Every single other band. The easy one is look at Revolution, Iration. We just got off tour with Iration. I believe that Rory plays keyboards in Revolution. He was originally a keyboardist for Iration. Isn't that crazy? You know what I mean? Just little things like that you would never thought of. Slightly Stupid used to be a three-piece band just like us. That's probably why we were we're gonna take this bitch over together, and jumped in our vans and drove off into oblivion and had so much fun touring for 10 years straight together. So, and now they're just incredibly, rounded, all these professional musicians, all these great characters that they've found to fill out the band. it's still stupid though to me. It still is stupid. It's just this matured, really cool, just, you know, vastly different version of it too. So Pepper is still the same though.
And there's no fear. Pepper's not going anywhere.
How could it? We just got done with our 18th. No, we're
it's still all love.
These more than all love. We've never been happier. We've never been doing more projects. We just released this last album. We're all very supportive of each other. What we're doing, you know, I'm doing a lot of music. He's been doing from podcasting to really working with the label a lot and his other ventures. Cloud's going bananas on his yoga retreats and just healing and really being connected to that. And everybody's enjoying that time. So it's nice that you don't just have to do music. But I'm not really good at anything else, and I'm at least kind of good at music now, sort of.
Yeah.
That I can, okay, let's keep doing more music. So it's actually gotten more fun for me. And so when you play shows out here solo, it makes it even more fun to do Pepper shows and vice versa. You kind of like, you get peanut butter and jelly now.
And you definitely doing this, you have to have more of that like personal connection with the crowd. I mean, they're literally right on top of you.
That's what makes a big difference. Something I kind of miss from the summertime shows is just, it's always a barricade. There's always a big, you know, gap between where your stage ends and your kind of roaming area and then the security guards and the barricade. And yeah, you can see the front few rows and stuff like that, but you can't, it's a different way of connecting.
Everything's kind of like a haze beyond that.
It kind of is in that way. So this is so fun because this reminds me of the reason we started doing it. We fell in love with just playing literally hundreds of shows over the years and never practicing or anything. You don't practice, you just get airtime and just seeing what happens, seeing what works, seeing where that works. It worked in Texas, didn't work in Florida. You know, did it work in Chicago? Okay, good, cool. Maybe keep it on for a little while. Did that song work? Okay.
How do you differentiate between what is Pepper and what is Bret?
It's easy because it's all me no matter what. It's just these are just different outlets to do it. When I'm with Pepper, it's like I don't have to think about anything because we've got 23 years of just But
does the writing like kind of change?
No, it's always the same writing process too. We don't really. We always kind of bring ideas together. We never really write together.
So it's not like when you're writing, it's not necessarily thinking this is going to be my solo, this is going to be with the band, or
no, because it could go either way. It's kind of what do these group of guys feel about it? What do these group of guys feel about it? Kind of, and how does it translate to, does this feel like a Pepper? Because could I sink your teeth into it as a Pepper fan, or is it something that's a little bit different? I don't know. That's a good question though.
Yeah, because I mean, definitely like, just listening to the songs that are out there, the singles and whatnot, it's almost got like that nice like, hey, I'm gonna ride in a Jeep, wind's coming in my hair, and just chilling with the vibe. And sometimes with Pepper, it's literally like, I'm right in your face, you better start dancing. Wait, I mean, that's not like a mental approach to any of this, that's what you feel at the moment and that's how it goes.
I'm interested for you to see how the show differentiates too. Because that's the one thing I didn't want to do, is I didn't want to do another version of Pepper?
Yeah.
I mean, do something different. So that's why getting musicians that I can't play all those things. I'm more of an entertainer than a musician, but anything I can think of to write, I'm not limited by my own fingers anymore. I can kind of, these guys are so great. Like I said, they've contributed to our Pepper records. They contributed to tons of great music. So it's fun to be able to jam with people that are way above of my pay grade in that way, and able to just, I can do that. You mean this? I'm like, wow, you did it. That's really cool. Can you keep doing that? Yeah, I can do it with one hand too. Like, oh, that's really good.
So what is down the road? I mean, obviously you got so many different things. You can see this going just as many years as Pepper has? I mean, are you going to be that old guy in a wheelchair still jamming out no matter what?
I don't know. I think all that stuff naturally just stays the course as long as it needs to, as long as you're enjoying it. Because that's the thing. I'm never going to do anything that I'm not in.
But do you even get to remember home? I mean, as much as you're touring?
I do, believe it or not. I get to go vacation at home all the time.
Nice.
Yeah, no, it is a lot, but it's fun, man. And there'll be seasons where it's like, you know, it's not cranky and everything right now. Like the 10 years before, like those were quieter years to me. There's like Pepper's kind of doing less and whatever. Like we were enjoying a lot of our downtime and just spending a lot of personal time, like whether it's like growing businesses or just enjoying time in your life, whether that means being just with your family or being away from music. So both have been really important, but right now it's go time. It's been go time. It's so fun. It's fun to write music. It's fun to connect with other bands. It's fun to reconnect with an audience in a fresh way. Like it really makes me like tingle a little bit when I was like, whoa, that chick just spit on me? That was amazing. You know, and good fun. You know, I spit some beer on her. She got me back. Like, wow, you can do. You know, just as where something like that or somebody stage dives or something. It's like you're kicked out. That's not how we do it here. Doors are closed at 10 p.m. and everybody, you know, you paid $40 for parking and, you know, sorry, or whatever, like, you know, $20 a beer, however it goes. God bless. I love that. But this is fun to kind of connect with the early go.
Awesome. Well, I know you're going to be performing fairly soon, so anything else you'd like to add for fans, Law Records, Pepper, your solo, anything?
All the above. There's a lot coming down the pipe, obviously with Pepper, obviously with Bret Bollinger and the Bad Habits, but just more importantly, this is something that everybody's been talking about a lot, which is important, is this genre is growing. This genre continues to grow and it's organic. It doesn't have this big, you know, one band gets a radio hit and then it's kind of gets a buzz. No, it's really growing and it's all because of the fans. And that's part of the reason why I like doing this, is to reconnect to the original fire. That's the best way that I can put it. So the bands that you see peaking right now, they weren't 10 years ago. They weren't 5 years ago. The ones that are gonna be peaking, they're excited to do it. Everything's slowly bubbling in a nice way, but it's all because of the fans. So that's why we're doing it. Thank you guys so much again. Keep supporting us. We'll always keep doing this.
Thanks a lot, man.
Mucho gusto.